Good evening, good day, good afternoon. Well, it's actually good evening, good afternoon for me. It might be late evening for you if you're coming to me live from, I'm coming to you live from New Zealand, and you are probably maybe in the US where I get a lot of my audience from. Just done a really interesting live about an opportunity where someone was claiming they would help ghostwrite my book for me, and I've just done a previous live sessions and I'm doing this one back to back, but I wanted to do them in a different segments. So this one, that live I'll be doing, will be a little bit more laid back. So if you're not familiar with who I am, I'm actually Danny DeHeck, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, as I often say, and I have a website called deheck.com, which I'm now producing content on a daily basis. I'm an investigative journalist. I'll do the research and I'll put the research online. My goal is to help prevent mum and dad investors from getting tricked into losing their money. A lot of the stuff I do is actually with crypto, and I'm not a crypto genius by no means. However, the payment that these opportunities present to people are often asking people to convert flat currency, US dollars or New Zealand dollars, into USDT and purchase their product or service via crypto, because it's hard for people to track and stop and get back. So the New York Times gave me the name, the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. And often I'll go into Zoom meetings, which we will do at the end of this video. That's why I broke it into a different segment. But do check out my website if you have any intel on a couple of things. One thing I will go straight into is the Contact Us button on my website. You'll find a form where you can provide me information anonymously about any opportunity, scam, or whatever. You let me know. Now, I get some really good leads from there, which amazes me when I check my emails in the morning. But you can also find me on WhatsApp, Telegram, and all the other, well, not all the other social media, because I'm continuously battling to stay on social media because people who are scammers are always putting out lies about me, which is quite funny. Anyway, point of this one here is to show you another thing, is Zoom Patrol. Now, I have a policeman hat here. I'm not a policeman. I don't work for the FBI. But ironically, I just found out just before I went live that the one of my friends, Chris Lynch, is a colleague who's a news media outlet here in New Zealand. FBI opens permanent offices in New Zealand. So that's exciting. So maybe the FBI and I might be working together closely. But if you're watching this, which is absolutely awesome. So just recently I went to the global, what do I always get it wrong? The Global Financial Crime Summit in Australia, 2024. I got invited by Ken Gamble, who's running the event, to attend. And I met 150 delegates who all share the same passion about fighting crime and going after them. And I met people from the FBI, J3 is another crowd, J5 is another crowd, and also people like the Cambodian Police Chief Commissioner, people from all around the world that fight crime. And one of the people that's probably in the chat room right now who sent me the message is Kathy, and she helps fight and create awareness around the romance scam. Now, Kathy lost over $30,000 Australian to a romance scam, and she managed to get her money back by going back to the banks that let her pay that money out. And she is now an advocate for exposing romance scams and the like. So she sent me the link through telling me the FBI opens a permanent office here in New Zealand. So hopefully I'll get a knock on the door and they can utilize my services. Now, as I said, I go into Zoom meetings and cause major disruption. If you go to my Contact Us page, hold your mouse over it, it will pop up and call Zoom Patrol. In there, we're asking people to submit us links to Zoom meetings where we will monitor them. And if we find people promoting multi-level marketing, we will be vigilantes and go in there and stop them or cause them major disruption. People don't understand why we're doing it. It's because they are gaslighting products and services that will never deliver on the claims that they say. So that's what we're kind of doing. It might be a bit strange if you don't follow me. But also, interestingly enough, these companies that are using Zoom, we've gone in here, we've actually put a link into the acceptable use guidelines for Zoom, and it states quite clearly you're not allowed to use Zoom to promote multi-level marketing and the like. And so we're helping Zoom tidy up their acts. Now, Zoom actually have banned me from using their services because I were streaming somebody's pay slip on the internet one day. And they didn't do that because I was doing that. They did it because I reported over 100 Zoom meetings and had them shut down. And then they decide not to shut down their Zoom meetings and just let people use their services. So I started getting a bit more vocal about it. And I started saying that Zoom are facilitating robberies, just like giving somebody a getaway vehicle, sitting outside the bank. Somebody goes in, grabs all the money, runs out, and Zoom are facilitating, their platform is facilitating daylight robbery that's going on at the moment. So we got sick of reporting. They got sick of me. They banned me. Then I started CCing correspondence from a lawyer who had been successful at getting $86 million paid out to their $86 million paid out to their client who had a major breach of privacy. It was a different matter altogether, but when I started CCing the same lawyers that had won that money to Zoom, they got a bit more stern in our correspondence, and now they've blocked my machines from actually having Zoom. So why did I tell you all that? Well, that's because we're going to have a look at BitNest. Now, BitNest, in the past, I've done blogs on BitNest, and I have gone into a Zoom meeting and met this guy here, which I call Mr. Genevieve, and he is a real advocate about BitNest, and he's been telling me that BitNest is not a scam. Then I did a whole blog on this company, and also, even though, let's just say it wasn't a scam, the fact that Mr. Genevieve is promoting it, he's got a long history, is longer than your arm, of all the other opportunities he's promoted. He doesn't do anything unless he's getting a commission. So it's got multi-level marketing. And once again, when you break down this company and you go through their CertiK audit that they've had, that they claim is something, you realize that they don't stand by the claims that they make on their website. So I've already done quite a big, extensive blog on that. And if you want to, you can go to the internet and read the first blog. And if you want to, you can also go to the internet and read the second blog. And it talks about the first blog, and you get the idea. So why have I done a third blog? Well, that's because an Avenger, someone who provides me information, had come to me and said, hey, look, we've done a bit of research on this company, and we found out that it was actually a rinse and repeat of, is it Yunus Loop DeFi? And they've even found correspondence on WhatsApp groups and Telegram groups that were identical. They've cut and paste stuff and accidentally used the wrong names. So as I always say to people, I had a really nice phone call with someone who was promoting a scam today, and they were adamant that it wasn't a scam. But when I rang them up, they were like a little puppy dog. And they basically believed everything I said, which is great. Makes my job a lot easier. But my point of saying that is, the person that gave us the information used to be an investor of that company. And they saw that the correspondence was the same. It raised red flags. They now believe it is a scam, and they've started working with us as an Avenger exposing this company. And this whole blog that I'm about to do is actually showing you the evidence. So there's still people out there telling me, now I'm not sure if the person in the chat room was joking or not, but before we started this live, I got what seemed like a threat. And the threat was, business are coming for you. And I don't know why they said that. But anyway, that might be some correspondence that they received, which I thought was quite interesting. And I'll just pop that one up. And then I've got somebody else who's just popped into my chat room saying, Officer Danny, could be. But when you get these threats in my line of the work, it is actually quite, sometimes it's intimidating. Other times it's quite comical. So I don't really know. But anyway, I'm just having a look at some correspondence here. What have we got here already? Okay. So I see. All right. So that's all right. I've got all sorts of things popping up my screen. So let's have a bit of fun here. Let's just get this monkey off my back. Monday was when I was going to do a video about this particular opportunity. But we're going to have a closer look at this company. And I don't know if I've just said everything correctly. So excuse me, I'm a wee bit off. I'm a wee bit out of flow. We'll get back in here. So let's just read the paragraph and get stuck into the blog.
BitNest is not what it seems. Behind the slick marketing, flashy percentages, and promises of passive crypto income lies a repackaged fraud, and thanks to newly uncovered evidence, we now know exactly who is behind it.
Yeah, we do know who's exactly behind it. And I forgot that if you want to read the blog, I'm going to make something really easy for you. If you're a website developer and you've got a Mac, you might be interested to know how I edit my blogs. This is my blog, and I'm just gone into the code, and I put a space here. I type in the word YouTube and put link, and it puts all the code in there. I use shortcuts for codes. Isn't that clever? And then I put the name of the YouTube live in there. And then I come back to my story and I hit refresh. And before you know it, Danny's updated the blog in real time and doesn't have to do it later on. I'm a real strong believer of doing a job. And if you can do a job in 2 minutes, do it straight away. But here's my photo that you just read. And now we have the video. And if you click on the video, you can see me live. Isn't that great? Anyway, back to this opportunity here. So first of all, I wanted to show you BitNest, and they have this liquidity, 35 million. I presume that's million, not trillion. It's not billion. I think it's million. And you come through this glossy website, and it's just a website, guys. What we do a lot of the time is we right click on these websites and we go inspect, and we go through each component of the website. We've done this before and discovered some amazing stuff just by inspecting the website code. So don't get bamboozled by the fact that you're looking at a Flash website and somebody's put this amazing thing together that's all a utility, because a lot of the times when we investigate these opportunities, we find that it's just a static website, not connected to anything fancy. And they use names, MetaMask, Coinbase. I think I saw something in there I just saw before, and it's all gone now. But they use names to give them credibility, so don't get hooked into that. And as you can see, this is actually a rinse and repeat of another opportunity. So let's get stuck into the second paragraph.
This blog lays out the indisputable facts. BitNest is a near-identical clone of a previous Ponzi scam called Yunus Loop DeFi, run by the very same developers. We now have the receipts.
Yeah, so here's the receipts if you want proof. And we use open source intelligence to get this proof.
This is no longer speculation. It's blockchain verified truth.
Yeah, so we went pretty deep. Well, I didn't. Some other people did, and I've used their evidence.
The BitNest Yunus Loop DeFi connection. Yunus Loop DeFi was launched in 2022, ran through early 2024, and rugged its users twice, first in October 2023, then again in May 2024. The team behind it vanished, only to re-emerge as BitNest, using almost the exact same user interface, smart contract structures, Telegram channels, and language. BitNest's documentation is so close to Yunus Loops that many phrases were literally copy-pasted, and in some places, the scammers forgot to replace Yunus with BitNest.
Yeah. Oops. Interesting enough, I went to the Global Financial Crime Summit in Australia, and we learned a lot about how cartels work. We watched a speech about how $22 million was money laundered into crypto. And we learned what a Smurf was. A Smurf is somebody who would be handled, like they had 3 Smurfs each day, get $1 million each. Well, not each, $333,000 each, add up to $1 million. And their job was to put that money into crypto. They tracked $22 million that went into crypto, and it's still sitting there. No one's touching it. They believe that that money will be used for terrorist attacks, and also maybe funding wars as a possibility. We don't actually know. They showed us how Erin West was there. A lot of people know her. She showed us 6 human trafficking compounds. We had the United Nations there. And I'd actually been privy to a document that was in the speech, asked if I had any intel on human trafficking compounds. These Ponzi schemes and scams that you may look at, and you look at these websites and you're thinking, oh, this looks really legit, are literally produced out of these human trafficking compounds. So when you're participating, having a wee dabble, and you think you know better than me, and you know that you're judging it because you actually managed to get your money back, and whatever they're offering on this website, I don't actually care. Because when I hear that this has had a rinse and repeat, it's come from another agent, it's just another day in the office for the crypto Ponzi scheme Avenger, because they just rebrand this stuff every 10 minutes. Yesterday, I was showing people a warning from the FMA. and it would be fair. But there's an organization called CR Global. Now, CR Global was yesterday's video. They basically encourage people to take your friends out for a meal, and they will reimburse people for introducing people into their Ponzi schemes and scams. And I've rung up 2 people, and in this video that I did yesterday, you can actually hear one of those phone calls. Since then, I've had a really good phone call with a guy who's now red-faced and really embarrassed that he was promoting it. He's destroyed the brochures that he had printed that they reimbursed him for, and also taken the magnets off the side of his car, which was quite ironic. But what I was impressed about was the warning that the FMA, which is our financial regulator here in New Zealand, actually had done on this company. And that reminds me, I must do an email to the FMA thanking them for this warning that they put out. Now, these warnings often take months to put out, but I just wanted to show you how many times this company has rebranded itself. See these names? These are all domain names, okay? Now, I'm just scrolling pretty fast. Look how many different domain names this company has had that isn't running a scam, so they say. And it's just terrible. Look, just hundreds of them. And also, just with my video I did beforehand, I showed you the Pakistani software houses. They've got all these ghostwriting websites online, and I've been given 1,000 domain names that they use to set up and run these scams on. And each of them is running a scam. So you get the idea, and all these fake addresses, well, they're not fake addresses, they're real addresses, but they're actually all addresses of places like shared office spaces. So that was a pretty good warning from the FMA. But at the moment, I don't think there's any warning about this this company on the FMA. So I could literally just go there and search FMA, and this is only for New Zealand. So I search for this. So I'm going to have a yarn to the FMA and ask them to make it a little bit easier for people to find out about warnings and find them. Now, every morning I get a email from a organization telling me that this is it here. I'm going to actually see if I can bring this up. Right, I can. So I'll do that. So I'll just shut down my last email correspondence. Now, this is something I reckon the FMA would do really well with. And I'll just bring this over here. And now I'll be able to flip, just shut that down. So if I go to this screen here, every morning I get an alert. A Sydney man charged with allegedly producing child, well, let's read it. It'd be
Sydney
better.
man charged with allegedly producing child abuse material at 6 out of school hours care services.
Yeah, so every time there's an alert, I get notified of things like that. And I reckon that's what the FMA could do. So rather than me having to search, people don't even know who the FMA is in here in New Zealand. It would be awesome if I got a notification every time they publish something new on their website. Because if I went to the website here, let's say if I go to the FMA's website, 1 minute, please, caller. 1 minute, please, caller. And here we are. I would go in here and I would search for BitNest, right? Search and waiting. And I don't understand why their website has to be so cumbersome. And it's, here we go. Right, so now I got all these, I've received all these 134 search results, and nothing comes up that I can find. So it's just, I'm pretty sure BitNest isn't a word that they use. So their search function is very, very difficult to use, and that's my point. Document type, a report, a research, other. Guidance, information sheet, report. Maybe it's a report. So I click on search, nothing. You know, so if I want to go to search for we global, which is one I do know that's in here, and I search for it, nothing. Research, activity, other. So now I'm going to search for we global, go search. I mean, what's the use if I can't come along to a website? Oh my God, it actually worked. And I've now found one listing in here. Who the heck is going to find it? It's very, very hard. And now I want to, well, so then I have to know that I can go to a search engine and go FMA and put we global in there, and then it comes up here, you see. But people don't do that. So, but if you are curious, Let's go FMA, and we're going to go Danny to hit. See what happens. See if I've been mentioned in the FB now. No, but you can see that I have been mentioned in the Law Association. I've written published articles of myself, and here it doesn't. Yeah, so and a New York Times article comes up. But anyway, just out of curiosity, this here was actually a $3.8 million lawsuit against me for defamation by the New Zealand High Court. And in here, we actually won this case. It cost me $33,600 to defend myself. An American scammer who was trying to sue me in the New Zealand High Court. He chickened out an hour and a half before the court case got in the hands of a High Court judge, even though it's just ridiculous. But anyway, that's a different matter. So what are we doing here, guys? We're reading this here, and we are going to read more about the company. Okay, right, so let's start going through the blog.
In one message from the BitNest official subscription channel, screenshot taken June 9th, 2025, the admin wrote.
Yeah, so this is the admin of a new branded opportunity, and this is what they wrote.
Yunus Loop has been an innovative platform for digital asset leasing.
Oops, got the name wrong. That's sort of a dead giveaway, isn't it?
This wasn't edited out in time, and the word Yunus betrays their copy-paste operation. The message was later edited to replace Yunus with BitNest, proving they rebranded the old Telegram group instead of creating a new one. And why would they do this? Because they wanted a fake history, a way to point to a 2022 start date to make BitNest look older and more legitimate.
Yep, they're the strategies. Everyone who promotes these scams is always stating, we've been around since blah, 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 and that gives them some credibility. I used archive.org, and often I can go back and see the history of a website. I did have one website that comes to mind, and at the bottom of it, it stated, it didn't, well, the today's version didn't have anything, but when I used the archive, they had this link on the bottom of the website going off to, I think it's the FCA, I can't remember, but some website where you could actually put in a certificate to see whether a company was genuine. They literally had set up a fake website, a fake government website, where you could search for their number and find a PDF that makes them look genuine. The whole website was faked. A government faked website was, and they listed it on the bottom of their archived website to give them some credibility. But obviously that got busted, or the website got removed, and the current version had removed that information. But archive.org let me go back to 6 months previous, and we found that information out. So this is quite interesting.
The blockchain says otherwise. A new analytics dashboard from Dune created by a former BitNest user shows BitNest only began accepting deposits in May 2024. That's not even a year ago. Despite claims of a 3-year track record, the blockchain reveals that BitNest is less than 15 months old and growing only because fresh money is covering older obligations.
Yeah, so in other words, it's a Ponzi scheme. And so we've got the links here. So if you're curious about here, but you can go into this website and read through all the stats. You can also see the contract address, the CertiK reports, and the whole 9 yards. So don't get overwhelmed because somebody says, we've got the receipts here, and you can, by all means, if anyone's telling you that this isn't a scam, show them our website and ask them to answer these curly questions.
Here are some numbers. BitNest liabilities to users. $37.6 million dev controlled funds remaining. $3.1 million dev withdrawals, unannounced. $16.3 million borrower income found. 0 conclusion. BitNest is paying old users with new user money. This is textbook Ponzi.
Yes, so that's what you'll find if you go check it. Now, these CertiK reports are actually quite comical, and it's probably got to explain quite well in the description, so I probably don't need to tell you, but my nature is to tell you anyway. But if you take your car to the mechanic and you ask it to do a, let's say, a warrant of fitness, but only do it on the tyres, the garage will come back and give you a audit report. And what I'm getting at is you've got to go through these reports and realize what they actually audited. Because often they say the whole company's been audited, you know, and it's not the case. So when I went through one of my blogs I just did recently, I have to go find it now, we found out that the audit report, let's see if I can remember which one it was, this would be good for the memory. Fraud. Let's have a look at this one. Nextcloud, is it? Yeah. So Nextcloud is a company that's trying to sue me at the moment for $5,000. They want me to pay $5,000 to cover their legal fees because they're claiming defamation again. I get it every day. I've actually started up a trophy wall. I've actually, on the wall that you can't see here, I've now started pinning up all the cease and desist letters and legal threats I get on the wall. So one day I'll have a whole wall of legal threats. They're quite comical, but when you've seen one, you've seen them all. But what I'm getting at with this particular CertiK report, we found out that you can't always trust things from CertiK because they actually put an apology out to people because they actually endorsed a Cambodian opportunity, which was quite funny. Here it is here. So can we trust CertiK? And I think this is relevant. So even though they might say, hey, we've got a CertiK report, this here says it all.
But can we trust CertiK? Even if the scope weren't limited, CertiK's reputation isn't spotless. Let's not forget, CertiK audited Who Own Guarantee, a Cambodian marketplace later tied to forced labor and human trafficking. They later apologized, admitting they failed their ethical duties. In another scandal, Kraken accused CertiK of exploiting a vulnerability to withdraw $3 million, calling it extortion, not white hat hacking. CertiK blamed the Kraken incident on a rogue employee and tried to spin it as a security test. Sound familiar? Bottom line, CertiK's due diligence has failed before, so if you're relying on their audit as a badge of legitimacy, you're standing on shaky ground and hoping no one reads.
Yeah, so these companies will often use CertiK, and there's for transparency and showing that I'm using open source intelligence here to build this information. Here's the article about how CertiK apologized and how it all worked and blah, 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 blah. So let's just get back to the article. And that was just another company that's using it to claim credibility. So when you see the CertiK report here, BitNest defense often points to the CertiK audit proof as legitimacy. But what they don't tell you, and this is what you need to listen.
What they don't tell you is, only the deposit contract, where you give them your money, was audited. The withdrawal contract, where they send it back, was not audited or renounced. That means BitNest devs can still stop, delay, or redirect your withdrawal at any time.
Yeah, so they hide under these smart contracts. They go get a report on them. They tell people that the smart contracts are set in concrete and we can't change anything. They do an audit on one part of the contract, so the deposit part, but they don't do an audit on the withdrawal part, and that's where all the manipulation can take place. And I'm getting clever at reading these CertiK reports as well, especially if you chuck them into ChatGPT and ask them to highlight all the red flags or summarize exactly what the report was done on.
Even the audited code contained serious red flags: centralized admin control, unlimited token approvals, ignored return values, third-party dependency risks.
Boom. So that's the receipts, guys. Next paragraph.
A smart contract doesn't change a bad business model, it just automates the scam. A smart contract proves automation, not legitimacy.
Yeah, so hopefully that's it. Now we've got the receipts, as I often say, and now we're getting more and more better intel coming in every time we do a review these days.
Smart contracts. What you're not being told: BitNest often boasts about their CertiK audited smart contract. But here's the catch. There are two main contracts powering BitNest.
Right, now if you ever want a review done on something that you are thinking about getting involved in, do remember you can go to my website, and on the left-hand side of my website, you will see 3 buttons. You can have an express chat with me if you want. I can sponsor a review, or you can order a one-on-one session with me for an hour. So you may have got yourself in the shit and you may be contemplating trying to find one of those crypto recovery companies, and you're thinking about handing over money because you think it might be possible to get your money back from one of these scoundrel companies. Please reach out with me and I'll give you a strategy and help you through it, because there's no such thing as crypto recovery. It's a load of rubbish. Now, I'm not going to read all this here, but what we can do is deposit contract. So you look at the deposit contract and you can see this is probably a smart contract that's been audited by CertiK, and there's probably nothing wrong with the deposit. So your money can go into the platform, no worries, right? But the withdrawal contract, which is right here, is another story. This doesn't have a CertiK report done on it. Now, okay, does that matter? Well, there's a DeFi safety score. So the deposit contract has a 99% safety score, but the withdrawal contract has a 28% withdrawal. So why would they publicize that you can deposit money so good? They're not telling you that that smart contract that you see here, that you see right there, they're not telling you that that smart contract was done on the withdrawals and the deposits, but rather this CertiK report that you can go and look at is one-sided. And this is normal. This is what these companies do. See, look, they even had problems with their vulnerability. Now, if you're an expert, go through here. If you're not an expert, you can actually withdraw. You can download this here and put it on your little computer and then chuck it into ChatGPT and ask it for whatever questions that you are skeptical about. You can ask it to summarize it, but you'll get that whole, you just upload that whole PDF into ChatGPT. And I'm just going to go chat. Have I got chat open? Right, so let's just go to Scamdemic. Here it is here. So I've now got that downloaded, I think. Oh, no, I haven't. Where is it? 1, 2, 3. Let's see if I did download that when I did it. Danny. No, I don't think I did. But yeah, you just chuck the whole file into ChatGPT and it will tell you whatever you want to know. It's not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. Quite simple. So there we go. So we've covered the fact that the deposit address, 99% good to go. Money can go in. But when you're talking about the withdrawal part of it and the manipulation and the control they have, it's got a score of 28 and they're independent reports. So what does that mean? Well, I probably already explained
That
it.
means BitNest devs still have full control over withdrawals, including loops, savings box, and referral payouts. So while deposits might be secure on paper, you'll never see your money again if they choose to lock withdrawals, and they've done it before.
Yes. So at the start of the blog, we told you, so additional wallets, saving deposits, and I'm not going to read out 0 times 35, 35B, set starter 2, unautomated. Gas wallet, which I presume is where they top up things. I don't even understand this stuff. I'm not a crypto expert.
Misleading liquidity pool. At the top of the BitNest homepage, a bold liquidity, 25,306,779 inches is displayed, but that figure isn't theirs. It links to a general PancakeSwap pool, not BitNest's. The actual BitNest-controlled pool holds less than $3 million, barely enough to support even a week of withdrawals.
Wow, isn't that amazing? So you heard it here first. Danny, need to go walk my pet. Aardvark. Who's that? Aardvark. See you next live. Need to go walk my pet. Is this not Bruce Simpson by any chance, is it? Goodness me. Oh, Bruce, I'd love to reach out with you now. It's been a few years if it is Bruce Simpson. If you don't know who Bruce Simpson is, he's somebody who gave me a lot of exposure years ago when I was starting out as a website developer. And I used to call myself New Zealand's leading internet consultant. And then he challenged me one day and he comes back to me and he goes, how can you call yourself New Zealand's leading internet consultant? Because I think he thought he was. And I said, well, there's no industry standards. It's renegade. You can call yourself what you like. So I've created an industry. I can be the leading and the worst one. But anyway, he did a 6-week campaign exposing me. And I never took him seriously because it's the first time anyone ever challenged me. So I at that time, I was flying around in helicopters and doing a lot of tourism-related work. I had customers who used to understand I was dyslexic, and I used to even have a calendar where people could find where I was as I hitchhiked around New Zealand, setting up one-page websites for $300 and charging people $30 a month to keep them on the internet. And then I'd go visit them 12 months later to update the website. And eventually I grew that company into a company that turned over $500,000 in a year. And I took home $273,000 in 1 year's income once. That was the best that company ever did for me. And that company generated me a 6-figure income, over $100,000 a year for 10 years in a row. It was quite amazing. But when I started, I got a lot of criticism from this guy, Bruce Simpson. And I think he's got about 140,000 YouTube subscribers, and he's into model aircrafts. And because we butt heads so much, Bruce thinks I'm his arch enemy, but I don't. I probably have more respect for him than he knows. But I'd love to reach out to him, but never actually had a conversation with him on the phone. But he did page after page. And I think from memory, if you go to archive, I think I've actually kept an archive of all the correspondence I've ever had and all the media coverage I've had. I'm just trying to find that. I do. This would be memory lane. I must give this to people. This is me. Now, the guy was claiming that I traveled around New Zealand. Oh, that's gone. I must have broken an image. In a Porsche. But when you held your mouse over the Porsche, it actually said that my car in the year 2000, because I liked Porsches. Oh, I see, removed. So all these images I've removed, I'm just putting these. See, I'm fixing a problem I've got right now. Oops. Oh, we've got problems. I might have to go back to this. Oh, no, we're going to go to shut that down. Oh, set, that's right. So I'm update that image. So I've got this, I'll just wait for that to rebuild. So I've got this archive of all the times that I've been in the media. And if I updated it now, I forgot about this. Because people used to say to me, oh, you've been in the media. So that was I didn't own the Porsche, never drove the Porsche, but I knew the guy that owned it. And I said, oh, can I get a photo of me standing by your Porsche? And when you held your mouse over it. So these are all the articles. So we come down here. Oh, they're all gobbledygoo. But I have got all the articles for this still intact, but they're just the software I use to keep all those articles obviously is broken. So I'd have to go through and find them all again. Oh, that's no fun. Anyway, that's just getting distracted. But anyway, that was my trophy case of all the articles that have been written about me. Quite funny. All right, so back to our article. So that was good evening. Oh, hello, Violet. Nice to see you here. That's all cool. But anyway, his online article was called Aardvark, and it was Bruce Simpson. And when this guy, Clint, said that he needs to go walk my pet Aardvark, see you next time, that was quite funny. Right, so Ponzi scheme by design, BitNest structure is built on deception. Guaranteeing a 0.4 daily return requires continuous flow to sustain. 17 levels referral commission plan. You know I hate multi-level marketing. Burning token mechanisms. I can't even say it. I have to get it read.
Token burning mechanics to simulate scarcity.
Yes. And then the next one.
Claims of anonymous borrowers paying 350% APR with zero proof.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is what you need these days, guys. You can't just take it on a handshake. We're in the technical world. Everything's linked together. All these people that are behind these companies, they should have LinkedIn profiles. We should be able to see their engagement in real life. They have Facebook pages. We could see that, but there's no realism. There's all these mystery people that never eventuate who are doing amazing things.
Users asking tough questions in the Telegram group get banned. That's not how legitimate DeFi operates. That's how a scam silences its critics.
Yeah, so you're not allowed to ask questions, you get booted out.
One user asked for a contract address showing any borrower income and was immediately banned. Another asked why millions were being withdrawn without announcement, also banned. This behavior is classic scam playbook.
Yeah, so we've got the receipts and the screenshot, that sort of stuff. But you think about that, if somebody is allegedly, feeding and, borrowers are paying in money, then you think you'd be able to find that on the blockchain, right? Not.
They've done it before, and they'll do it again. The BitNest devs rugged Yunus in October 2023, relaunched it in early 2024 with promises of refunds, then rugged users again in May 2024. Weeks later, BitNest magically appeared. Now, with over 34,000 wallets connected, BitNest is quickly heading toward the same fate.
Yeah. What fate is that?
The playbook is identical. Collect deposits. Use new funds to pay out old users. Market decentralization is a security feature. Promote fake audit credibility. Disappear when the liquidity dries up.
Yeah, so related articles and reading, you can go through and read my 2 articles that I've posted before. And then we have the links where we grab the information from. So have a listen to this.
Tip of the hat to the whistleblower. Special thanks to Andy, a former BitNest investor, who saw through the deception and took action. His site, bitnesttruth.com, compiles the evidence linking BitNest's devs to the collapsed Yunus Loop DeFi scam. Andy also built the Dune analytics dashboard, which tracks the on-chain data, proving this is a classic Ponzi model in disguise. It's grassroots investigators like Andy who help bring these crypto frauds into the light.
Yeah, and my final warning to anyone Don't even know where I've got that there. Alert, final warning. I need to make that bold. 1 second. I will fix that while you're listening to the final warning. There we go.
Final warning. This is not financial advice, but it is a call to critical thinking. The BitNest system has been proven to be controlled by serial scammers. They rebranded an old rug-pulled Ponzi, reused the same playbook, and continue to extract millions from unsuspecting investors. Don't be their next exit liquidity. If it walks like a Ponzi, talks like a Ponzi, and hides its past like a Ponzi, it's a Ponzi.
Yes, so it's a Ponzi scheme. Now, if you might not think that's bad, because a lot of the time people criticize myself because they go, you don't understand, but I'm getting paid. And I'm going, I do understand, because you're getting paid, because that's how Ponzi schemes work. So then people think they're cleverer than the system. And that's the part that really makes it hard for me to, save people from getting scammed. I'm just trying to find a link here. Where is that link I wanted to update? That one there. Tip of the hat to whistleblowers. Make that bold. Final warning, that's already bold. And I think that one there, where's that gone, Danny? Final warning. I've been adding a little bit of extra stuff. Oh, stay loud. Okay, so I'm just going to fix something while we're prompts. I'm just going to fix something I want to fix. I've got this new paragraph that I've been adding into my websites, which I quite like adding, and I just noticed that I hadn't added it in here. You can just wait there, kids. Stop losing the battle. Truth. Credited. About the author. There it is. So go all the way down from there. And then I paste that. And then I go back to the code. And we go. Yeah, that's good. Alrighty. So now I can update that. So what I did that for, in case you're wondering, is stay skeptical. Oh, I don't even know if stay skeptical was actually skeptical. Did I say that right? I just want to read it where it says stay skeptical. There's actually just a paragraph. All right, it's not. All right, we're good. All right, we're good to go. Carry on, Danny. So what I just added is a bit into this blog where it says about the author. I've added a new section now that says a disclaimer. Not because I need disclaimers, but I just want people to be transparent that how I investigate. And I used OSINT, open source intelligent. That means every claim made is based on publicly available records, archived web pages, and filings. Now, why that jogged my brain is I saw this one here called Web Archive. And when you click on Web Archive, you can actually go and see the existing website. And now what we'll do is we will, this website cannot be reached. What's wrong with that? Business truth. Oh, I wonder what's happened to that. So here's a good example. So this website, for some reason, is not available. So I'm just going to go open it on another web browser just to see if we have the same problem. This website cannot be reached. DNS records. So I wonder what's going on there. I don't know. Always get worried when it happens. I think, oh my God, the person that gave me all this information may have been trying to trap me into a defamation case. I don't know. But anyway, so that's why we have this open source intelligence statement here. So this is the current website, and this is the old website. So if you looked at these websites, even just looking at the way it's formatted, boxes, all round corners, and let's go all the way to the bottom here. And look, we've got the same links along the bottom. It's formatted pretty much the same, but that's the beauty of using archive.org and the like. So open source, anyway, if we went through here, we could probably find Telegram news, Telegram group. So I'm going to click on, I can't click on them, but anyway, you get the idea. So that's really my blog about BitNest and how they used to be called Yunus Loop DeFi. And also a sort of a breakdown. Oh, look, we have got that open. And now they've called Yunus Loop. I'm going to join the group, and you won't be able to see that, but I'll bring it onto a screen, and we are looking at Telegram. So we'll just go to here and Telegram. So I've just joined the old Yunus group. It's got 8,500 members in it, and you can see, okay, you can see all the correspondence. So that's still live, which is really interesting. But in these groups that you see, you're not actually allowed to comment, which is really weird. And it's just, I don't understand why that is. Like, I don't know why I understand people have to sit here and be fed propaganda information about these people who are trying to scam people. All right, so that's Danny the Hick, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. That's just another wee update on what's happening with BitNest, which I've been told many times it's not a scam and I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, the receipts are on that blog. So if you want help in finding out whether something is or isn't a scam, feel free to go to my website, which we will go back to in a second. And if you go to my website, you'll see I have quite an extensive website, over 1,200 blogs. On my YouTube channel, I have about 2,200 videos. You can order an Express Chat sponsor now. If you want to support the channel, you can do so by clicking on Support Me. You can see memberships. You can also click on Ko-Hi-Fi, and in here you can see I've got a shop, and you can come along here and sponsor a review. So you may be thinking about getting involved in some opportunity and you want me to search for red flags, or you want me to dig deep and find out who's really behind it, reach out to me, guys. Ask me. Sponsor review. If you don't have the budget, that's fine. I had one this morning. Somebody was asking me to do they wanted to know whether something was a scam or not, and I said, look, so I found this company here, and it's called S.SPHERE, and it looks like just a normal website. Meet our company, the benefits we offer, financial advisory, wealth management, real-time, all the things they can think of to make them look legit. And look, we've even got all these names here, these people. Now, I don't know about you guys, but every single one of these images to me looks like it's generated with AI. We have done investigations on websites like this, and then when we've exposed the company, and the company said, we said, all the people on your website don't have LinkedIn profiles and their photos don't exist. They said, we asked our staff and they didn't want to be on the internet, so we used fake images. And that's literally what they said to me to justify the fact that they are misleading people. So if we go to Cody Fisher, they don't go anywhere. They should all, if this company was real, all these pictures here, these people should go to their LinkedIn profile. You should be able to go into their LinkedIn profile and, research their activity and see whether they're real or not. So what I do is I go to Google Lens and I start searching for every single one of these images. And you will find, okay, so this guy here is called Martin. So there's Martin. And here he's called Martin RR website. See what I'm getting at? Vision professional. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the next person and we search for him. Can I move that over? I can. There we go. So now we've got him on another Academy website, Global for Trade. So now I'm going to go to the next person. And this is just what I do every day, guys. So he's in this website. He's in that website. So the person that wanted me to do a review, sometimes they come to me after they've done the review. And look, here he is. Remember I said we were currently investigating the Pakistani software houses, and I had 1,000 websites out here of these people that have created independent websites using the same images, right? So I'm just going to keep doing this because this is what we do. So what I'm saying, if you want me to sponsor a review, you can tell me the website you want me to find out about, or you can pay me and I'll do a deeper investigation. So with this particular lady who wrote to me this morning about this website, I already sent back information to her free of charge, telling her that this is a scam, stay away from it. But this is a typical thing I'd get on a daily basis. Now, look at this. Here's another company. Meet the team, our vision, our expert. I'm not saying these two companies are connected, but this guy that we just looked at, well, he's not here, is he? Where has he gone? Our expert team. So let's go in there. Expert team. Where's the photo gone? Expert team photos have gone. Come on, about us. Maybe it's under there. Try to find the photo I just showed you. Maybe it's not a good example. Oh, maybe these are these round buttons down here. This website might be broken. That's what happens. But they mass produce these websites and they set up our team. So here we go. The same guy that was in this opportunity. Where is it? This opportunity. Where's he gone? Come back here, mate. Looking for you. After you, the crypto Ponzi scheme Avenger. So the same people that were in this opportunity, that guy is also for this. And here he is. He's now a website developer. What is he meant to do in this one? Trade captain. So he's gone from website developer with a copyright over his face to being a website developer. Isn't that crazy? This is what you can do in a few minutes if you know how to do it. So this guy, he's now what's he doing? iSoftware. This one here, what's he doing? He's same deal, isn't it? So don't get bamboozled because of these are all come out of the same scam feature. So remember, before I started today, I said to you, so this guy's a bit trader, isn't he? Is that what we've got? The same website? I'm getting confused where I am now. But these all come out of the same human trafficking compounds, all these scams. So I get these people who are, in a panic because they think this was a real, did I just shut that? I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to reopen that one there. Is that the same? So this is a completely different domain name and it's called BitTrader. And we've got the exact same lineup. They've been shuffled, but the same people. So this company here, BitTrader, I've got to send that off to a person. Look familiar? So let me see. That was a WhatsApp message. And I'm just going to open that. And I'm just going to see, have a look at this. Sophia, have a look at this. Have a look at this. This. Same people. And I'll do this also. I'm talking about this about an hour. I'm currently, I am doing a YouTube live and I'm showing people the website that you gave me this morning. You can see that the same people have been in dozens of websites. This company is totally fake. Watch the last part of my live. It's got life instead of life. So now I can go YouTube and I'll just put that in there and boom. Alrighty, boom, boom, boom. All right, so you get the idea. Sharpen up, guys. So here's one day we're called BitTrader. The next day we're called S.SPHERE. And somebody's asking me, does this look genuine? And what are they judging it on? Unfortunately, they're judging it on the look of the website. No one exists except a human trafficking compound where somebody will literally be beaten up if they don't meet their sales quota for the day. And this is why I'm going after the Pakistani ones at the moment, because they are going after the Pakistani people. So this morning, I went through and, well, this afternoon actually, showed about how I had been corresponding with somebody who was going to ghostwrite my book. And I just did this before I did this live. And basically put, these companies have hundreds of websites. So I opened up about 10 of these websites. And these websites are all professional. And I've got receipts from people who have paid up to $300,000 is the worst one we've heard of, to have their books ghostwritten by a company because they've judged the look of the website. And they keep stringing people along. So look, even if I come in here and I want to have a meeting, I can come in here and go, Danny DeHeck, email Danny, and they will send me along someone who will convince me that is that right? Yep. 652. 652. I'm going to do something funny here. So I'm going to go to this website, and I'm going to go, is this your company? And paste the link, company link in there. Is this your company? And well, how do I do it? And then I'm going to schedule an event. There we go. Now I have a meeting booked with the company that I just did the review about. This is crazy, isn't it? One of those orange screens. I'm going to buy. Oh, well, you'll have a hard job finding how to buy one of those orange scam t-shirts at the moment, because I used to have everything linked off my YouTube channel, but because it's got the word scam on it, YouTube don't allow me to put it below my video as my merch store. So if you want to find one of those, even I don't know how to do that now. I think you need to go. Let's have a look. I'll see if I can find it. Ponzi. Oh, I think I do have it. Utilities. Boom, boom, boom. How do I find my store? Oh, I think I know. I think it's called store or shop. Store.deheck.com. Is that the one? Ah, there it is. Yeah, so if you go to store.co.nz, so there's the link there if you want to buy my orange t-shirt. So here you've got no scam. So you tick on that. And then what you want to do is you can go orange. And voila! And I've actually got one on. No, I haven't. But I actually pinched the logo. So this is another shirt I used to wear. So then I started, I created that logo of no scam. And now I've put them on the internet. So if you want one of those orange t-shirts, there you go. Just go to store.deheck. I must add it into my website. But it's pretty cool. But yeah, when it comes to having my merch displayed under my videos, it doesn't kind of work like that. All right, guys, that's basically it. So there I am. I'm reviewing. I'm trying to save you from BitNest. That's the end of the BitNest interview. So I'm Danny Heck, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. I'd like to thank you for being here today, and hopefully that saved you from investing in that company. And if you do have your money in it, get your money out as soon as possible. Now, I did go after another company called CR Global today, and the guy realized that he'd been scammed, and his mission today was to be able to get his money off the platform so he could save himself. Now, that is the trick, and I challenge you, if you think Danny's right, I've made a little bit of money from new investors, don't get started. See if you can get your money off the platform. Why not risk all your money? Let's just say you've got $2,000 on a BitNest investment. Take all your money off the platform. Not $20. Take your $2,000 out if you've got $2,000 in there, and then put it back into the platform if you don't believe me. But I think you'll struggle to get your money off the platform, and that's how they keep you engaged, which is unusual. So there you go. So I'll see you in the next video. Hope you've enjoyed that video. I'm going to change my screen back to what I normally do. Now what we're going to do is I'll just say goodbye properly. See you in the next video. Now I'm going to have a bit of fun, and I'm going to show you what I do on a daily basis. So there probably won't be any meetings, but if you go to my bookmarks and we go to archives, we can normally go open 27 tabs, and you'll see, I'm just going to shut down all these other thingies, and we will see, I'm going to do that all again now. We're going to go in there first of all. We're going to go in there as Neem Bawani, because that's the guy that's trying to sue me at the moment. So I'll use his name as Neem Bawani. As Neem Bawani. That's it. And I'll remember it for next time. Now I'm going to shut down all those windows. 1, 2, and then we're going to open them all up again. Okay, that means I won't have to do. Right. Open all those. Right. So what we're doing here is we're trying to find live Zoom meetings where people are running opportunities. And I call these my fishing rods. And basically my fishing rods, I know where to fish. Now, these are people these are easy fish to get because these are the most active Zoom meetings I monitor. So if there's anything happening now, it will be happening now. We might be able to stumble across a live meeting of some sort with a bit of luck. I think that one there, if memory, is 2025. Let's have a look. No, I did that wrong anyway. 2025. Oh, I did it wrong. So I'm just going to go into that meeting, go back to bookmarks, enter, and it's 2024. That's close. And that one there, 2024. Now, if you want to provide us these Zoom meeting links, I appreciate it. But you can see here, we're just going to go through here and see if there's any live meetings for a bit of fun. There's one there. I was removed. 9 people in that meeting. So that tells me something else I can do. So watch this, guys. So this is what I do. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want to, right, the first thing I'm going to do is open that, and open that. Let's see what we got here. 1. All right, give me a second. I'll show you some clever stuff. On there. Okay, so now we're going to go over here, and we're going to go down to there. Hopefully this all works. Weld oil machine is what I'm looking for. Use mic. Allow this time. Okay, that. Now we're looking for one more web browser. Where did that get to? I lost it on the way. Oh, there it is. All right, let me show you what I was doing. Now, you can see on the screen that I've got where I've been removed. I've gone in there with Azneem Bilwani, and it straight away kicked me out. So now I'm going to go over to another screen, and I can see that there is a Joseph, and it's with an S, Joe's manual. So I'm going to try going in there, and I'm going to actually go iPad and go remember, and I'm going to see whether I can get in there with that handle. And then there's also another one called, they've locked the meeting. So all that effort's gone out the window. But that's actually a good example. So they know Azneem Bilwani, and now they've locked the meeting. But in the meantime, you're probably wondering what that meeting was all about. So now I can go back. Oh, and I know exactly. This is, yes, now I'm familiar with it. It is actually what they call political pump, this meeting. And the guy, Joseph Manuel, is actually a guy telling everyone to trust him, bro. But there's only 9 people in the meeting, so that was a bit of a waste of time, but you get the idea of what we do. There's another one. That's that one there. So I'm going to go into that meeting, and then we'll go to bookmarks. That one there, my meeting. Well, that's going to be a very... so this company here, hopefully it's got a password. So to get the password is a tricky one, but not really, because what you do is you go Zoom, put the ID, and then put it in a search engine. And then often we can find the password to these meetings because they post it on social media. And we have no password available. So then we just go, forgot that idea, and we move on to the next one. So the other thing I can do is I've got some active Zooms, and I've got my Ponzi patrol. So now I can open up 51 tabs. Yes, I did say 51. And I can monitor. So I can have up to 200 tabs open at the same time and monitor all these meetings. There you go. There's one here, you see. So there's only 5 people in here. We'll see if we can get some sound. And we'll have a listen to see what this guy. So this is a Iron Exchange. Is that what? And what's he doing? Let's have a look. It's very quiet. I believe they just started. But in the meantime, I will go over to this screen, and I will 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I will go in there, and I'll go in there with a Boom Arami iPhone, and I will also go there with so I'll go there, and I'll just go view on this other screen. Oh, looks like we've got problems. Oh, there we go. And now we'll go gallery view, select all, copy, and now I'll copy all their usernames and passwords. They're just getting ready to go. So I'm going to get all their names, and I'm going to go in there as and hopefully we'll get some sound. I've got one more connection to get going, and I might just go James S. And now this is going to blow your brain. But we've got no sound at the moment for whatever reason, but I'll have some in a minute. So I'm going to log in here, and there'll be a whole lot of bad sound. and we'll find out what these guys do. And you can see everyone's coming into their Zoom
You also
meeting.
given so many demos. Now also giving demos here. What is the point of giving so many demos when we can't close it? Can't close it. Yesterday
Indian lady, I think.
क्लोजिंग का हाँ
लास्ट मोमेंट तक अगर हम लोग डेमो ही देंगे then how can we expect कि वहाँ पे क्लोजिंग होगा?
Alrighty, so we've managed to shut down the noise.
एक्चुअली एक क्लोजिंग
एक मिनट ये
So
कौन है?
I don't know if they're happy I'm here.
अज़ीम दिलवानी.
अज़नीम बिलवानी.
Yeah, they're kicking me out.
कौन ज्वाइन किया फोन पे आईफोन पे?
Choose
मेरा फोन तो मेरे
manual.
पास है।
जेम्स एस भी है.
Here we go. They're trying to figure out what's happening because I've flooded their room.
जो लोग यहाँ पे थोड़ा अपना स्क्रीन ऑन करेंगे।
So this is what I'm going to do in a minute. I'm going to flood the chat room.
Mr. James S. Mr. Bilwani.
Yeah, g'day guys. How you doing? What's up?
Hello.
How you going? Oop, dog's barking.
Can you switch on camera?
Yeah. Am I allowed to be here? I feel like I've stumbled across a private meeting. Is that right?
That's right. That's right. This is not the link you should be on, sir.
What are you guys doing here?
Sir, this is an official link. I request you to please leave this meeting right away.
What are you promoting though?
Sorry?
What are you actually promoting in here?
We're not promoting anything. This is an official account and we are having a meeting. It's a corporate meeting going on here.
Oh, okay. So there's no multi-level marketing, nothing like that?
No, nothing.
Oh, okay. Why would I have got your link for then?
I'm not aware. How did you get this link though?
Well, it's been reported as somebody who's running a scam. So they've asked me to investigate you guys.
This isn't a scam. I request you to please leave the meeting right away.
Okay then. Whereabouts are you guys? India?
Yep.
What part? Have you been to Varanasi?
Varanasi.
Yeah, cool place.
Sir, you're literally wasting our time. We have to do certain sales closing here. Please, I request you to please leave the meeting right away, please.
All right, mate. Just kick me out, mate. It's all good. I understand.
Who's the admin, ma'am? Admin कौन है?
Sonali.
तो बोलो ना क्या
You don't want to tell me. You don't want to tell me what you guys are up to then.
Sir, we are a company. It's Iron Exchange. You can Google it up. And we are having a team meeting. And we are not supposed to share any information here. Why are we obligated to give you information?
I don't know. Well, I've been told by people that you might be running a scam, and I'm just curious. So that's why I've come in here. But you won't tell me what you do. So now I'm sort of thinking, I wonder if you are running a scam.
If you want to talk to us, please switch on your camera.
Okay, not a problem. There we go. Camera on. Boom. Camera on.
We can't see you. We can't see you though.
I'll turn on this one then. How's that? Better? There you go.
Oh, okay.
Ram allowed.
What about this
Yeah,
one?
again.
You want that one too?
I think we should leave this meeting and join in some of the link.
What a good
Yeah.
idea. Sort of been infiltrated, isn't it? I'm the same guy.
Okay.
But, yeah.
I believe you're one of the guys who will look into LIMS and think this is a scam. It isn't a scam though, for your
Oh,
information.
you won't tell me
can
what you
Google it up.
do. You got to give me a hint.
We don't do anything though.
So
What,
this
you're
is
here
the
doing
official
nothing.
link?
You must be up to no good if I've got your link.
How did you even
I,
acquire
Yeah,
a
this
link?
is
I
the
get given,
official link.
people give them to me because they want me to investigate something shady that's going on. And you guys won't tell me
No.
what you're doing. So I'm thinking,
Okay.
Hello guys, let's leave. We'll connect
Okay.
over the phone.
I love you guys. I'm going to miss you guys. I feel like we've bonded, brotherhood and all this sort of stuff. Okay. Don't forget, wherever I got this link from, I'll probably get given again. But if you tell me what you do, I won't come back. Otherwise, I'm just going to put you in my database and keep coming back.
No, we are not scammers. Okay, we
What are
an
you doing
official
though?
company.
Come on, tell me.
We are just having a regular meeting. It's a morning meeting. It's a stand-up meeting what we're having though. We're
Okay.
here to discuss a day.
All
And
right.
I don't know how did you even pop up though.
People gave me your link telling me to investigate you guys because they reckon you're running some shady something.
No, sir, you're all wrong. We are not a scamsters. You can check us out. We are not scamming anyone.
You're not doing anything shady. You want to tell
No,
me
not
about
at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
You
All right, I'll leave you to it, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
There's going to be hardly no one here after I go, so I'll shut down them all one at a time. So there's one gone. That's me gone.
No, because no, to be Ose, right? Ose Manuel, right? This, to be honest, this is an official link, and we join on this link every day to discuss our day.
Okay.
Right? This is our team.
Yep. Fair enough. I've traveled India twice actually. I love it. I went Kolkata. Was it Kolkata?
Calcutta.
Yeah, it's good.
Ose.
Can you please leave the meeting?
Okay, mate. Don't get angry with me. I'm just doing my job.
No, we are not angry, sir. We're just
We are getting
trying to
angry,
make
boss.
you.
What the hell you are doing here?
Oh, now you started. Don't, mate. I'll come
Sorry.
here every day of your life if you're going to talk to me like that.
Link. Why the hell you are here?
Hey?
Leave the meeting.
Okay.
Everybody's telling the same thing.
Okay.
And you're irritating us.
Okay.
Bloody hell. You are the scamster, I think.
Okay.
Leave the meeting right now.
Okay. But did that work for you? I thought being nice actually worked better than yelling at me.
Leave the meeting right now.
Bhupesh.
No need to discuss.
Mate, I don't work for you.
Bhupesh.
You talk to me like a piece of shit. That's not very nice, you know.
It's an official link. It's a closing day, Sanjay ji.
What?
I understand. That's what we've been trying.
He's making a fun out of us here.
We are trying to tell him in a very
Well, I was trying
way,
to figure out whether you're actually running a
understand.
scam or not. That's all.
It isn't a scam, sir.
Okay.
Getting a point. Yeah.
All
Thank you.
All right. See you then.
It isn't a scam.
Oh, I'll believe you. Hey, can you say sorry? Took my photo. Can you apologize for your way you talk to me?
I just want to find out who you are, what you're doing. Now your name is James all of a sudden. And you're coming here.
My name's Danny DeHeck. I've been in the New York Times and I've been featured in Bloomberg. I go after people who are running multi-level marketing in the Zoom meetings, and I chase them down and cause disruption to stop them doing it. But
okay, now how should I make you understand that this isn't a scam? Can I have your number or something, whatever, so that we can connect over the call and then I tell you what it is?
Go into the chat room of your chat room, and I've left all my details there for you. So have a look at that. I left them 400 times. But hey, look, trying to be grumpy at me, I'm just doing my job. I don't get paid very much. So, you know, just trying to do my thing to society. But I'll leave you guys to it. I've really enjoyed it. See you guys. You're nice.
Thank you.
I like your approach, Sanjay. The other guy's a bit grumpy, just saying. See yous. Let's see what they say now, eh? Oh, I've got no sound now, though.
Name Bilwani.
It's still him. It is still him. I don't know. I don't know how he found the link.
You're the host. Now remove him.
Well, that's the sort of thing I do. Now, that meeting there was probably a bit naughty because I don't know who that company is, but somebody did give me that link, and they gave me that link telling me to investigate it, so I did. But they've kicked me out now. But that was quite funny. But anyway, we'll probably find out that they are running some sort of health scam. I don't know. But it does make me laugh sometimes when I get these meetings. So that's kind of what I do on a daily basis. But let's just carry on logging into a few more meetings, and then I might call it a day because I've got to do some work today. But as you can see right now, I am logging furiously into a whole lot of Zoom meetings just to see if we can catch another live one like that. But if you've got any meetings, you know, let me know. And I'll see if I can find one because I think my partner's just coming in and tell me that she wants me to do something. And she's talking to somebody like we've got a visitor, so I'll have I might not be able to stay here long because I'll get summons back into the lounge. So Azneem Bilwani is the biggest scammer in Pakistan, in my opinion. There might be bigger ones, and I don't want to be rain on your parade if you're the biggest scammer. And here he is logging into all these meetings. It's a bit comical, really. I like to use whoever I'm trying to expose or who's trying to drag me into a courtroom, I like to use their name to get them in trouble. Oh, what's that one there? That's the one I got removed from. Right, let's just have a quick look. And if there's none, we'll leave. But there might be some. These are open Zoom meetings with no one in it. That one there got removed from as well. But I think we did that earlier on. So we'll close that down. We'll close that down. And now we're just going to go through and see if we can find any other live meetings. And we haven't opened up all our connections. But look, I think I'm done for the day. Hope you enjoyed it. We will leave them to it. That was my live, and that was my little wee flash in the pan just to see whether we could find anyone on Zoom meetings. Some visitor has just turned up. It is 4:10 in the afternoon over here in New Zealand. So I better go and do the right thing and say hello to our guests. Thanks for listening, and thanks for being in the chat room. I really enjoyed it. Do check out my YouTube channel, and do make sure you subscribe. Now, I do like to give gifts to people who subscribe, and it's Sadie, the cleaning lady. She is absolutely so awesome at cleaning people's computer screens. So if you make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, and Sadie, she will clean your Windows screen for you. Isn't that lovely? Now, let's be careful out there. I grew up with a program called Hill Street Blues, and they used to always say to people, let's be careful out there. So let's be careful out there when it comes to spotting these scams. Make sure that you don't get done by these people that will tell you anything that you want to hear. What's their website? Do you know? No, I have no idea who their website is. It was a bit of a mystery, and I can't remember, but we probably can find out later on. But I would be interested to know why I actually got their link. But not today. I'll come back tomorrow. I've got a bit more work to do before I can finish off my day today. So we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'm Danny the Heck, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. See you in the next video. Bye.